free, dribbling down the field for all the world to see. Passing, shooting, scoring goals with power and with grace. Hudson Raiders soccer, setting the pace. Hear the cheers of whistles blow.
Go Raiders, go Raiders, go!
With the Raiders, heroes roar. Victory's not forevermore. All apes challenge their foes, but the Raiders rise. Everyone knows. Classic coach Aaron Gang leading the way, guiding them to victory every single day. With the Raiders here from straw, victory's not forevermore. In the field, we take the lead. Hudson Raiders shine, girls unite. Feel the vibe, champions in the summertime. With the Raiders, heroes roar.
We ready? Good evening and welcome to Hudson Raider Stadium here at Hudson High School for tonight's girls soccer matchup in the Big Rivers Conference Tournament between the visiting River Falls Wildcats and your hometown Hudson Raiders. Please turn your attention to the video board for a message from this year's captains.
In line with the WIA and Big Rivers Conference, Hudson High School requires good sportsmanship at education-based athletic events. Admission to an event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a respectful manner, so the event is enjoyable for athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Lastly, please be reminded that safe object prohibits the use of alcohol, tobacco, and drug products in the area used in Honor America or removing their hats for the national anthem.
Thank you to Hudson soccer players Britta Holter, Matea Langenall, Armana Rancinici,
And who's the last one? And Natalie Ramthen for performing the national anthem. And now for tonight's starting lineup, starting with the visiting River Falls Wildcats. For the Wildcats, number 0, Addie Johnson. Number 2, Dylan Paulson. Number 3, Hannah Cook. Number 4, Kaylin Jalowitz. Number 6, Kennedy Slyku. Number 7, Olivia Derry. Number 8, Naomi Green. Number 11, Addison Lemke. Number 16, Addison Reisdorfer. Number 21, Natalie Rotzert. And number 22, Elliot Bell. The Wildcats are coached by Charles Conley and Adam Koger. And now for your hometown Raiders, number 0, Hannah Kendhammer. Number 2, Maggie Salama. Number 3, Ava Brown. Number 6, Sophie Bast. Number 7, Maggie McConnell. Number 8, Haley Huntley. Number 9, Britta Holter. Number 14, Arena Fort. Number 15, Lindsay Ferrara. Number 19, Nevaeh Tillman. And number 22, Natalie Ramthen. That's your Raiders, and they're coached by Aaron Gehring and Kyle Flanagan. Good luck to everybody. Let's have a great match. What? Oh. Maybe in sections they will. All right, folks, you are tuned in here, and welcome to the River Channel for tonight's matchup between the visiting River Falls Wildcats from River Falls High School and the hometown Hudson Raiders in blue, taking on the home field today here at Hudson Raider Stadium. So the Wildcats in white will play from right to left on your screen, and the Raiders will play in blue from left to right on your screen to start this match out. Can use these if you want. Mine are better. All right, folks, our kickoff has occurred, and we are off and running. It's, again, the Hudson Raiders in blue, playing from left to right on your screen against the visiting River Falls Wildcats in white, playing from right to left on your screen. Both these teams had great seasons in the Big Rivers Conference, and this is the kind of culmination of the Big Rivers Conference, where they play kind of a round-robin tournament between the top 4 teams or so And this will be a good match. Two quality teams. I think Eau Claire Memorial is sort of in control of the tournament here. But this is a good warm-up match for the high level of competition both teams will see in their sectional matches coming up. So Eau Claire Hudson plays in the big school section, and River Falls plays in the next tier down. So they don't play each other in the playoffs, but this will be a great matchup to set both teams up because they're both very good teams. Seeing River Falls coming out, really passing the ball well. Got an offsides call, though, so that's going to come back. And Raiders will get a free kick at about their 25-yard line or so. It's a good call by the ref. Your hometown Hudson Raiders, as of right now, have a record of 11-3-3, so solid record of wins, a few scattered losses here and there, and a few ties. So a good all-around season for the Raider girls. It was enough to earn them the number two seed in the section for playoffs. So that's exciting. So they will host a number of games potentially, and that home field advantage makes a big difference. So there's a slip-through pass. Good play, and there's a goal. Nope, outside, not a goal. That was tight, though. That was a heck of a run there by number 22, Elliott Bell of the Wildcats, but just on the outside of the far post. So kind of looked like she had a wide open opportunity there, but the angle was probably tighter than it looked up here. Raiders going for a long through ball, but that gets disrupted by the Wildcats, but they win it back. Nice chip across. Nobody home for the Raiders, though, and Wildcats get a short clear. Good ball movement by the Wildcats. Trying to send it out wide, but Tillman's there and disrupts it. Plays it out wide to nobody out there, unfortunately, for the Raiders, and that'll be a Wildcats throw. We're about 3 minutes into the match. Our score sits at 0-0. For those of you, Raiders had a shot there, but the ball was just a little too hard to settle. Here come the Raiders. Natalie Ramthen on the ball in the corner. Good takeaway there by the Wildcats. Passing the ball up and around. Olivia Derry there trying to switch the field. Tillman on it. Brings it back to Kendhammer, who's going to control it. And sends the ball up the middle. Good play there by Maggie McConnell, sneaking it out across the sideline and to avert a corner kick. Come the big throw in for the Wildcats. Played it down the end line. That can be tricky because it's easy to lose it over the line. And as we just saw happen, so the Raiders will have a goal kick here. A lot of time of possession by the Wildcats. They're moving the ball around nicely. But not a lot to show for it yet. Raiders countering and nothing to show yet either. So still kind of playing each other out. They've played each other twice this year already. And those results have been, let's see, a win by the Raiders, and I guess they played once. So the Raiders have defeated, that game was 2-0 win for the Raiders. Oh, nice cut back. And, yeah, was a trip, whether it was meant or not, by Ken Hammer in the box on the breakaway. It stopped the goal, but it is going to give River Falls a PK. This might be the first PK I've seen this season in girls soccer. So I think we stop the clock. Do we stop the clock?
He didn't say to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think you do on this. So that's going to be number 7, Olivia Derry, with the kick. She gets to place it on the mark. And she has to keep moving forward with whatever she does. And she buries it in the lower left-hand corner. And that is going to start the scoring tonight. River Falls 1, Raiders 0. Number 7, Olivia Derry with the PK goal for the Wildcats. All right, so that maybe will energize the Raiders a little bit more. And we have a couple subs in, bringing the ball back for some reason. Something interesting is happening. They're going to make them re-kick the PK, I guess. Don't know if maybe they had her place it in the wrong spot. That's the only thing I can think of. They're going to count it off. That the mark they used, maybe, it looks like it was maybe 11 or 12 yards. It's supposed to be 10, I think. 12? Looked pretty tight to me. But they're going to... So now they have somebody different kicking it. Now it's number 11. And she missed it. Wow. Okay. That was a interesting turn of events. Tim Chuckle, any thoughts? Yeah, if you look closely, if you can see that on your screen, there's a white mark and a yellow mark, and they must have played the wrong mark on the first kick. Wisely caught by the side judge, I believe. The interesting thing is River Falls chose a different shooter to shoot that, maybe because they were worried that the pressure might lead to a miss by someone who just made it. But nonetheless, the Raiders avert a big score there. River Falls coach looking for an explanation, and he's probably getting it. He's not going to love it, but I think that was legit. There are 2 marks there because one is a mark for, is that for track or for lacrosse? Yeah, that's a lacrosse mark that was accidentally played from. Referees make mistakes as well, and we all got to live with it. The good thing is they caught it and rectified it. And unfortunately, the Wildcats couldn't capitalize on it twice. We can look at it. I don't know if they're debating whether it was kicked from the wrong mark originally or not. Oh, in baseball? Yeah.
Bottom of the 7th, 2 out, 3-2 count, hit a single to win the game against Eau Claire North.
Hudson Raiders take a big baseball win against Eau Claire North tonight. That's exciting.
Our softball team in the region, first playoffs in the regions, won 13-1 against Marshfield.
Who's that, softball? Softball with a big win also against Marshfield in the region tournament.
Yep, and golf.
Oh, and they're giving a late yellow card to the goalkeeper for the trip, I guess.
And golf won the regional championship.
And golf won the regional championship. That is super exciting for Hudson High School. So Hannah Kendhammer with a yellow card. I'm sure the River Falls coach is going to maybe say that they should get another opportunity. I don't know if goalkeepers have to exit the game or not, but okay, goalkeepers are exempt from having to exit the game with a yellow card. So I'm not sure if the ref was talked into that card. It was usually a card is administered immediately and not so retroactively, but nonetheless, referee's going to check in with his other side judge, which is good. They all need to know what's going on. And then hopefully we'll get back to some soccer here. So Kendhammer is going to have to take a little extra care the rest of this game. She does not want to get another yellow card. And we'll see what happens here. Players are getting restless. They're all here to play. Enough of this. Enough of this. Let's get going. Yep. This is when we need a sideline reporter to listen in and try to hear what's going on. Looks like the side judges are all been communicated with. Ref is now going over again to report to the River Falls coach. Maybe to confirm what that side judge saw or didn't see. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. You too, Mr. Munter. Referee again checking in with Hudson coach Aaron Gehring to communicate what's going on. And now it looks like they're going to get another. Are they going to get another penalty kick opportunity here? This is quite an interesting turn of events. I've never seen. I've played soccer for 20 years and coached it for 30 and never seen anything like this. So they are making Hannah Kendhammer step out of the save opportunity because she got the yellow card. So I guess goalkeepers are not exempt from having to leave for a play. So Nevaeh Tillman, if anyone has the confidence to make a great play in an adverse situation, it's Nevaeh. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be on the white mark. I think the player just placed it there. The ref has got to, he's got to pick it up and give it to her, I believe, but maybe not. Good shot. Tough play for any goalkeeper, let alone Nevaeh, who's kind of filling in there. And through a lot of communication and consternation, it ends up right where we started from with River Falls with a goal. And who shot that goal? I guess I didn't even. It's number 21 now. It's the third different player to score it. 21. All right. Now that was number 21, Natalie Rotzert, with the goal for the Wildcats. 3 attempts, 2 out of 3 made, but only 1 goal. Interesting, and I think, they probably sorted it out accurately. Now we had a collision, 2 players down. Looks like Sophie Bass down for the Raiders. Like maybe a knee-to-knee collision. Stop the clock. Yep, beautiful. And Teams are going to clear momentarily. We just can't seem to get this game going, folks, but hopefully Sophie is okay. Probably get her off, get a little ice or some massage on that, and hopefully she'll be back in the match. She's an important piece of the puzzle for the Raiders, especially down a goal. So we will hope she gets back on her feet and back on the field shortly. Fortunately for the Raiders, they do have a solid bench, so they will do their best to fill Sophie's shoes out there for a while. Again, 1-0 Wildcats on a bizarre turn of events. It was clearly a trip by Hannah Kendhammer, the Raiders goalkeeper, in the box on a breakaway. The result was there was no penalty called by anybody immediately, and then the Wildcats took their penalty kick and scored on it, but the referees realized they set the penalty kick up on the wrong mark. There's a yellow mark and a white mark, one for soccer, one for lacrosse, and it was kicked from the wrong mark. So they made the Wildcats kick it again, of which they missed it. A different player came in to kick it and missed it. And then after conversing with the coaches, decided, and checking with the ARs more directly, the referee decided to issue a yellow card to Kendhammer, which was not the initial call. Usually a card is administered immediately, but it's probably not the wrong call. It's just not usually delayed on that type of play. But so even though River Falls missed that second kick, they then were given a third kick because of the yellow card. And because Kendhammer got a yellow card, she had to exit the game for at least a play, which she did. And then Nevaeh Tillman, solid senior defender, came in to play goalkeeper for the one play. And River Falls had 3 different kickers on those 3 different PKs. It was wild, but now it looks like we're back on track, and we'll get to playing some soccer finally. So after all that, Wildcats 1, Raiders 0, with lots of time left. So good take there by Maggie McConnell. Gets it out to Ferrara, sending it very wide to Salama, but that angle was not going to work. River Falls picks it off. Those long balls are tough against solid opponents like the Wildcats. You either got to put them in the air, that makes it a little trickier for everybody, or you need to shorten those passes. Long through balls are tough against quality defense. Oh, it's a nice play. Rampton. Oof. Takes a good, tough, left-footed shot. Played well by goalkeeper Addie Johnson of the Wildcats, and the Raiders will have a corner kick, which they're very good at. Maggie McConnell, corner kick specialist of the Raiders. Senior defender. Can't remember. Maggie, I think, has been on the varsity. This will be her 4th year of varsity time, probably about the 3rd year starting. So a great career for the Raiders, and she's going to try to help get them back on the board. It's a pretty good ball. It's kind of right where you want it, right? Oh, just nobody there, unfortunately. That ball even hit the ground. That was right where you want it for a header, but it even hit the ground, and unfortunately the Raiders were not anywhere in that immediate vicinity. But a good play for the Raiders. We'll get them some action. Here comes McConnell chasing down the Wildcats. Raiders need to get back and mark up these wide players. Good play by Holter to clear that ball out. And we'll have a Wildcats throw in. Can't Let's see her number. Number 8. It's number 8, Naomi Green, in for the Wildcats. All right, here we go. Wildcats on it with another woof. Wildcats putting together a nice little play there. The Raiders get it out. Salama plays it off. That's going to be, should be a Raiders throw. Oh. Must have thought it hit McConnell on the way out, or hit Salama on the way out. That's very clearly a Raiders throw. All right, folks, as usual, if you are tuned in and you want to drop, and you're in the YouTube River Channel broadcast for this, invite you to drop a comment in the comment area of YouTube and let us know who you're cheering for and where you're at and who you are. We love to know all those things, and we'll give you a shout out. And that goes for River Falls fans as well as Hudson fans. We appreciate all of you tuning into the River Channel and supporting good high school girls soccer here. St. Croix River Valley here has got a lot of talent between New Richmond, River Falls, Hudson. I think all three of those schools are in different levels of high school competition, and they all are high quality teams, highly seeded in their sections, and are going to show well. So that's always great to see from your local area as well. A lot of these girls play together in the off season. When they were in traveling leagues when they were younger, probably a lot of these girls also played on teams together in the various clubs and traveling circuits. So always fun. Next year at college, there'll probably be a bunch of them playing together. I know Hudson has about 4 or 5 girls playing at UW Eau Claire, and I'm guessing River Falls probably has a few too. So inadvertent handball on the Wildcats, going to give the Raiders a free kick at about the 43-yard line of the football team. And see if the Raiders can get something going here. And McConnell's lining up to take that kick. Should probably drop it right in the scoring area. Big ball in, nicely played and caught by goalkeeper Addie Johnson of the Wildcats. I don't often get starstruck, but we have a Hudson soccer legend in the booth. Lauren Chuckle, sitting right next to me here watching some of her former teammates probably. Oh! Big play in off the crossbar. Tough luck for the Raiders, but they're starting to find some seams. So hopefully the next few will be hitting the net. Lauren Chuckle just graduated from UW Stout. Where'd she go? Congratulations, Lauren. Lauren was captain of both the Raiders and the Stout Blue Devil soccer teams, and a coach of the Menominee Mustangs. So stellar career, but also a fantastic student, and is already in the workforce from what I understand. Oh, she's taking a little time off, which she deserves. And good stuff to Lauren. Okay, Wildcats countering. Sneaky ball through. Ken Hammer gets it, sends it out quickly to Salama. He's going to push it up. Getting chased down, though. Another ball up. This is Kennedy Slyku for the Wildcats, but taken by Maggie McConnell again. Ball's up to Salama, who's going to try to use some speed to get around. And Raiders looking at longer passes here. I think they need to tighten it up and get some shorter passing going to advance that ball a little bit more, but got in the center again, sending out wide to Salama. Back to Holter, out wide to Ferrara. He's gonna play it around. Looks like that ball must have went totally out, and it'll be a throw in for the Wildcats. That was Sophie Bast. All right, folks, ball's going all the way down. It'll be a goal kick for the Raiders. Number 5, Chloe Gregerson, in for the Raiders. All right, throw in for the Wildcats. Going deep, McConnell with the header out. Going for a long ball up the sideline. Into Ferrara, who plays a ball out wide to Ramthen. Lots of defense back for the Wildcats. That ball sneaking. Good clear by the Wildcats. Raiders pressuring. Gregerson on it. Gets out wide though. Cats resetting. Nice little give and go there by the Wildcats. They are moving the ball pretty well in their short passing sequences. Nice take by Salama. Sends a long chip across. It's Ella Bass now in the game. Sophie came out, Ella came in. Sophie's a freshman player. Big ball in. Tough angle to score off of, but Ferrara tries to get around. That's a tough ball to be moving one direction and get around and try to cross it the other way. It's awfully tough. Number 12, Jada Radinzel in for the Wildcats, and number 17, Lucy Ruland in for River Falls. Back at it, 17 and a half minutes into the match. Wildcats continue to lead 1-0 off the incredibly unique penalty kick situation that the Wildcats had. And now the Raiders are playing from behind a little bit. We'll see if they can put some things together. They're starting to piece together some attacking here. Again, sending a ball out wide, nobody there. Going to be a punt here by Addie Johnson. Number 13, Hazel Schmidt in for the Wildcats. And number 17, Matea Langenal in for the Raiders. McConnell with the clear. River Falls really attacking every ball, and that's been a big difference for their control so far this match. Getting it out wide. Holter plays it out. And we'll get a goal kick, which I think is the right call. Holter kicked it, but I think it deflected off number 11, Addison Lemke of River Falls. Kendhammer with the kick at about the 20-minute mark, about halfway through this half. Salama on it. Gregerson keeping it active, and the Raiders will earn the throw in off that play. Holter about to take the throw. Challenge by Holter is called to the penalty, so River Falls will have a free kick in a dangerous area. See what they decide to do with it. It's number 21, Natalie Rotzert with the ball. Goes in hard and low, and that's going to be easily taken by Hannah Kendhammer. Raiders need to get their mids and strikers up the field a little bit more as well to be able to have some numbers to do something. There's a nice little exchange. Comes Rampton on the, or that's Langenall. It's gonna, just lost it. Yep. Took it a little too close to the end line. It'll be a goal kick for River Falls. Back in for the Raiders, number 8, Haley Huntley. Raina Fort with the header there, but cleared again by the Wildcats. Tough bounce off Holter there, trying to send the ball up the middle. Kendhammer comes out far to get the clear. Good move by Hannah. Raiders are going to play it. Comes all the way back to Addison Johnson of the Wildcats. Playing it out wide to number 16, Addison Reisdorfer. Nice play there by Huntley to steal it back for the Raiders. Good ball movement there, but just a little out of reach. And Addie Johnson collects that and will take the punt. For the Wildcats, number 2, Dylan Paulson. Number 6, Kennedy Slyku. And number 8, Naomi Green in the game. The Raiders again trying to put something together, but taken back by the Wildcats. It's a good play by Rampton to steal that ball back. Out to Salama in the corner. Gonna have to chase it a bit. Gets around on it with a cross, but that's not a lot on it. That's a tough ball to get a lot of power on when you're sprinting for it. Another through ball, trying to use a little bit of an advantage there. But great play by Maggie McConnell. Gets it again up the field quickly to Salama, who's getting no pressure, so she carries it a bit further. Nice little give and go. Too big of a touch there, though, and River Falls is going to get the clear. So Raiders keep the ball in their offensive end. They need a big throw here. About 24 minutes into the first half. Score remains visiting River Falls Wildcats 1, hometown Raiders 0. Good head over play. got a skip, but then cleared by the Wildcats. We're again going to be on the counter attack here. Sending it out long and wide. McConnell's going to get to that first. Oh, tries to do something with it, but darn turfs can sometimes trip you up, and no real harm on that play. Good hustle by McConnell. Right, that's Ella Bast with the ball now. Ella's a freshman, playing on the team with her sister Sophie, who's a senior. Fun dynamic there. Raiders need to push it up and be there. Kind of leaving two people to attack. Raiders need to be pushing it up a little bit more, I think. Tillman with the take. Big ball wide. It's going to be tough to catch that one. She got it. Good hustle. Rampton's on it, gets across. I think everybody thought that might be going out. Quick turn. Bast is on it. Raiders going for a long ball. Not hit squarely, so easily taken by Addie Johnson. It'll be a punt for the Wildcats. Raiders seem to be finding a groove here. We'll see if they can capitalize. A few more passes, I think, rather than the long balls. Will make some good things happen here. Good ball. Good play by the striker to stay onside, but that ball had too much zip on it. So Kendhammer gets it, but River Falls gets it back again. This time Kendhammer collects it, and will calm things down and get ready for a punt. Big ball there. Yep, inadvertent handball. Be a free kick for the Raiders. Maggie McConnell lining up the kick. Langenall fighting for it on the far side, but Wildcats take it back. Tillman with a good take, but again out, and we're going to have a whole bunch of subs coming in now. In for the Wildcats, number 4, Kaylin Jalowitz. Number 11, Addison Lemke. Number 19, Clara Longsdorf. And number 20, Kylie Haynes Bowles. In for the Raiders, number 3, Ava Brown. Number 13, Morgan Monroe. And number 19, Nevaeh Tillman. All right, folks. Lots of subbing. And moving into the 29-minute mark of the match. Langenall with a little block there to keep things honest. It'll be a throw-in for River Falls. All right, everything's settled. Here we go. Rampton plays a nice ball into Ferrara. Puts it up the middle, but too much speed, too much pace, nobody there, and that's going to be a River Falls punt. Another inadvertent handball on the Raiders this time. We'll give a free kick to the Wildcats. We're in the last 10 minutes of this first half. All right, free kick here for the Wildcats. They'll be able to probably put this somewhere in the danger zone. Oop, playing it left and short. Trying to thread the needle through. Lots of bodies here. Good play by McConnell. Good play. Strong play there to get the ball, get control, and get a ball out. Throw in here for the Wildcats. Long ball shot there by Rotzert of the Wildcats, but Kendhammer easily collects that one, and we'll get the punt. Morgan Monroe on that ball. Over to Raina Fort. Again, Raiders trying to play a long ball out wide. Big ball up the middle to Wildcats with the clear. Good ball. Oof. Wildcats were there. They had the numbers, they had the opportunity, but that ball, no matter what anybody says, is hard to settle with your feet sometimes, and that ball goes just wide, and Raiders avert what looked to be a goal for sure. So fortunately for the Raiders, score remains 1-0. Rampton on it. Be a throw-in for the Raiders here. Number 12, Kelsey Roeder in for the Raiders. All right, Britta Holter with the throw at the 33-minute mark. Trying to hit Langenall. Kind of powers it through to Rampton. Plays it off the defense. That's Hannah Cook, and the Raiders will have a throw in here. Number 13, Morgan Monroe with the throw. Keelan Jalowitz of the Wildcats plays that ball off Monroe, it looked like, and gets the Wildcats a throw in deep in their own defensive end, though. Header out by Haley Huntley. Another throw for the Wildcats. Raiders with a little more zip in their steps now. Now they just got to get a little more passing to get that ball in where they want it. Another throw for the Raiders coming up at the 34-minute mark. Our score still sits with the River Falls Wildcats 1 and Hudson Raiders 0. Morgan Monroe with the throw. Take by Tillman. Take back by River Falls, but Tillman takes it back again. Ramthen on it on the far side. Pretty equal speed over here, so sometimes you gotta use your foot skills. Ramthen's trying to do that exactly and get around. She's got her space, she got the cross. That's exactly what you want. Right there. Oof. Oh, Raiders had an opportunity there. Over pursued a bit. Monroe brings it back. Ball goes by Ferrara, and Wildcats back with the ball at midfield. Sneaky ball through, but Haley Huntley was sneakier and was waiting to take that ball back. Long ball up to Langenau. Played out by Hannah Cook of the Wildcats. Raiders with it. It's Roeder with the clear. Up to Ramthen. Not much pressure, so gets time to reset and look around, but miscommunication there. Big ball up by McConnell. Played at a good angle though, so it could stay alive. Put out by River Falls will be a Raiders throw. Morgan Monroe with it. Into Langenau. Gets a nice cross, nobody there though. Ball gets up wide. Now down to about 2.5 minutes in this first half. We will resume our River Channel broadcast after halftime. There'll be a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back on for the second half of this match. It's a tight one, folks, so make sure you come back to see how it all finishes out here. Holter sends it up to Langenau. Nice play there. And throw in. Raiders working hard there. Would have liked a corner kick, but didn't quite go far enough. So throw in about as deep as you can be. Gets it into Monroe. Does a nice little chip across. Again, nobody there in the kind of the sweet spot. Down to now about 1.5 minutes in this first half of the match. Langenau with the throw. It's in. Haley Huntley with a good attempt there. Raiders applying a lot of pressure right now. Not really getting any great opportunities yet. Tillman gonna set up the cross in. Little head over. And a clear by, great play by the Raiders there, and a clear by the Wildcats.
1 minute.
Raiders with a corner kick, but they need to get hustling. They're down to about 50 seconds. Oh, actually a penalty kick. Oh, nice grab out of the air by Addie Johnson. Nice play by the Wildcats goalkeeper. We're now down to 30 seconds about in the half.
Raiders putting a lot of pressure on there, not really getting many solid opportunities, but getting the ball down. Maybe in the second half they'll be able to put that together and get some shots and scores. Good battle there by Tillman and Kylie Haynes-Bowles of the Wildcats. Raiders get the clear, and we're going to be finishing out here. We'll see you back in about 10 minutes, folks. Thanks for tuning into the first half.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's halftime, folks. River Falls Wildcats 1, Hudson Raiders 0. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Visit the concession stand for some tasty treats and beverages.
All right, everybody, we are back for the second half of the Big Rivers Conference tournament matchup at the end of the season here between the visiting River Falls Wildcats and the hometown Hudson Raiders. Our score sits at a 1-0 lead for the Wildcats off a bizarre penalty kick situation. If you were not tuned in for that at the beginning, you may want to go back in this broadcast. If you can rewind it back to about the 6-minute mark, I think is when it all sort of began. River Falls had a breakaway opportunity, and goalkeeper Hannah Kendhammer came out to make the save, ended up tripping the player for the Wildcats, and was awarded a penalty kick, which River Falls player took the penalty kick and scored it. But then the AR told the ref that she kicked it from the wrong spot. There's two spots near each other, a yellow mark and a white mark. They let her kick it from the white mark, which was incorrect, so she had to re-kick it. River Falls chose a different player to take that kick, and then she missed it. Then there was a series of conversations with the coaches and the ARs, and the referee decided to give Hannah Kendhammer a yellow card at that moment, and so she had to exit, and gave River Falls a third penalty kick opportunity, which they did score on. Nevaeh Tillman of the Raiders jumped in to play goalkeeper for one play because Kendhammer had to leave with the yellow card, and that's where our score sits. Raiders put on a lot of pressure at the end of the first half, but not a lot of real quality scoring opportunities. And a little bit of a collision there between Ava Brown and Naomi Green, and penalty on the Raiders for a foul, probably deserved for that, and free kick coming for the Wildcats. All right. It's been a great first half, very evenly matched overall. I think the Wildcats probably had a little more time of possession overall, largely because they are doing a lot of quick, short passing to advance the ball, and that's allowed them to maintain possession longer. Not necessarily any more opportunities than the Raiders. I think they've had more quality opportunities. They had a couple floaters in the front that were very close to scoring and kicked them wide. Raiders did hit a crossbar, so we've had a lot of action here, but not a lot of goals. That's what happens when good teams play. So Reina Fort battling it out up the middle and eventually taken by the Wildcats. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into this broadcast. I'm joined by my friend Nikos on the technical side. He is running the camera, the sound, the internet connections, does that, and all I do is show up and talk. So thanks to Nikos for bringing all this to you and to our River Channel audience. We will also have a home game here on Thursday as part of this Big Rivers Conference tournament. It's not an elimination tournament. It's more of a kind of a round robin of the top teams, and so the Raiders will play Thursday. I'm not sure if a team has been identified because it kind of depends how the four or so teams in the tournament, how are the scores of those games and the outcomes to determine who plays each other next. So, it is set. We will be playing New Richmond on Thursday. And then we move into sections, and that will be determined still, I believe, but that may also be set. I'm not sure. We'll know that by Thursday. Oop. Well-timed play there by the Wildcats. Oh, wow. They're making a call on that, huh? That seemed like it was just a simple soccer play, in my opinion, but we will see what the referee says. He stopped the game, so he kind of has to call something, but if they get a penalty. Wow, okay. They're giving River Falls another penalty kick, I guess. Just... Oh, and that was a... Yep. All right, so a left-footed shot gone awry for the Wildcats on that PK, and the Raiders stay within a goal. So dodged a bullet there. First PK River Falls got in the first half was definitely warranted. I'm not sure that was so far away from scoring, and it was more of a kind of 2 feet running into each other. But referee had a better angle than me, so I will trust his judgment. And we play on, and the Raiders are trying to push it up, but that ball gets away, and it'll be a goal kick for River Falls. So on your screen, the River Falls Wildcats are in white, playing from left to right, and the hometown Raiders are in blue for Hudson High School, playing from right to left on our field, on our screen. Like I mentioned earlier, these two teams did play each other just a few weeks ago on the 15th of May at River Falls, and Hudson had a 2-0 victory in that matchup. But tonight they're struggling to get much going on net at least. But still a lot of time left with a 1-goal deficit. It's a great matchup for both teams. These are two quality teams. So as these teams get ready for the playoffs, it's a great opportunity for them to get used to a fast pace of play, lots of defense. Tillman tangled up. Fort with a clear up the field. Nice play. Gets to Ava Brown, who kind of hits a little on the left-footed cross, but the Raiders hang on. Ramthan to... Ball gets cleared up to Holter. Sends it up to Salama. Alabast up there. Raiders, I don't think Sophie Bast, I'm trying to see, I don't see her on the field yet, so from the injury in the first half, we still haven't seen Sophie Bast return, so I'm going to imagine she's probably out for the match. And another high scorer for the Raiders, so Sophie Bast scored this season, has had at least 7 or 8 goals for the Raiders, and one of the Raiders, actually their highest scorer, Armana Ransonici, with 11 goals on the season, not playing tonight. I'm not sure what her injury is. Seems like another just soccer collision, but referee calls a foul on River Falls, or on Hudson, and River Falls will have another free kick. All right. Raiders defense holds strong. Ramthan on it. And that ball's going to spin all the way down to Hannah Kenthammer of the Raiders. Okay, Ramthan on it. Tries to slip one through, but gets broken up. Alabast in there. Probably taking Sophie's spot right now. Tillman on it, getting harassed, and Olivia Derry sends it up the line, but Maggie McConnell's there. Oh, nice turn by McConnell. Carries it up, spins it out to Tillman, who's going to go for a chip up. That ball spinning all over the place. Will be a Raiders throw. Do have a... Guess they're not going to let the Raiders sub in at this time. So it'll be playing on, and Reina Fort is on it. Tries to play a ball long and out, but too much defense there for the Wildcats. That's number 17, Mateo Langenal, in for the Raiders. So Matea, who had a pretty stellar first half, kind of was a fire spark for the Raiders with her speed and aggressiveness back in the match. That should be good stuff for the Raiders, hopefully, and see what they can do here. Got to get that first goal to tie it up, then you worry about getting the next one potentially for the win. Salam on a hard chase down the sideline, gets the turn and sends it out of bounds. Will be a Wildcats throw. Big ball in by the Wildcats. No chance to do much with that, and that'll give Hannah Kendhammer a goal kick opportunity. Big kick up here. Starting to get dark here in Raider Stadium, and the lights are on, gearing up for the last 30 minutes of this match. Wildcats trying to sneak a long through ball through a lot of people there. Salama again on the sideline. Brings it back, a big ball up. Comes Ramthen. This is kind of her kind of play here, but she just plays it a little bit, overruns the ball. Took a weird hop on her. But that's all it takes to get back into this one. McConnell with a nice tap out to Fort. Too much. You need a faster pace on that ball when there's going to be pressure. Fort this time sends a big ball up. A lot of hand checking going on over there on the sideline. And the Wildcats will have the throw. Another throw for the Wildcats. You don't seem to have a lot of ball gatherers here tonight, so the players are getting the balls, which is probably the way River Falls likes it, because it allows a little more time to expire on these throws. Another throw for the Wildcats here. Now they try to do a big ball up the middle, but taken by Tillman. Sends a screamer up past Ferrara, and the Wildcats send that ball kind of inadvertently out of bounds. Ava Brown with the throw now. Fort with a nice play off of the... Ferrara with some good defense there. Gets a nice ball across. Just nobody home for the Raiders on these opportunities. Holter sends one up, but just too far ahead of everybody, and that'll be a punt for Addie Johnson of the Wildcats. Ball goes out wide. Wildcats seem to have abandoned their short passing game so far in the second half here. Kind of trying to sneak long balls through, which is going to be tough in a game like this. That just doesn't happen either way. Number 5, Chloe Gregerson in for the Raiders. Ramthan just going to get it back. Raiders need to get numbers up. All right, be a Raiders throw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
6. Offense, 8 defense. 9.
Wildcats stacking the D with 8 or 9 and about 6 or 7 Raiders to attack that. And guess they called it offsides. Very deep. All right. So delayed call there will be a free kick for the Wildcats. It's probably better for the Raiders here. Ball comes through. Fort disrupts it. Gregerson tries to pass it back into Ferrara. Ooh, that looked like a handball. And
Go!
good hustle back by Tillman to disrupt that whole play. Got her shoe sort of, I think, stepped on the back of it, so it came off, but she's adjusted and back into the play. Ferrara sending out to Langenal. This could be interesting. Matea's got some speed. There's nobody really there for her, though. And just Ramthan running with her there. Fort pressuring. Again, River Falls just trying to send a deep ball up, and it is playing into the hands of the Raiders because they're very good at defending that kind of play. And gets the ball back to Holter, who tries to send a deep ball up into trouble, but Ramthan comes down with it. They go for another big cross. Nobody really home for that. Ava Brown on it. Gets on it, but does not get a real solid foot on that shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. Raiders just need to keep putting it on goal. They got to get it in there for the scoring area for real opportunities. Great play by Holter there. Nice takeaway. Gets it out wide to Salama. Good bail there. See, this nice short passing is what got the Raiders to a lot of wins earlier in the season. It's good to see it back. Oh, Langenal just missed it by maybe an inch. Good hustle by Matea. In for the Wildcats, number 19, Clara Longsdorf. Ball comes up. Maggie McConnell on it for the Raiders, gives it over to Britta Holter, who's going to carry it up. No pressure, so just carry it. Ball taken from Ramthen there, but she pressures, and they have to go for a long ball as well. Again, River Falls just kind of dumping it down, and Tillman's on it.
Yeah, she is.
Off Nevaeh. Tough play, but the right call. Number 17, Lucy Ruland in for the Wildcats. In for the Raiders, number 4, Ella Bast, and number 9. Oop, I wrote down the wrong number. More subs. 18 and 8. I don't know. All right, here we go. We're back at it. We're hitting the 60-minute mark. River Falls maintaining their 1-0 lead. Getting the ball up to number 22, Elliot Bell of the Wildcats, who sends it out wide. And it'll be a Raiders goal kick. Still 20 minutes, a lot of game left. River Falls looking to get that all-important second goal, 2-goal lead, and the Raiders trying to get the tying score. It's number 18, Avery Agramson, in for the Raiders. All right, so Raiders giving some players some time. A couple of these players pulled up from the JV team. River Falls had an opportunity there, but a nice takeaway by Holter. Ramthen with a strong play to hold on to the ball despite some physical pressure. Pretty balanced play there, so no foul called. Good play by the referee there. And River Falls trying to get the clear, but playing it out short and wide. Raiders had a chance to jump on that. Holter's on this one again. Just getting some pressure. Sends the ball out wide. That is Agramson, who just entered the game. Ramthen on it. River Falls sending it, trying to send a ball. It's a long ball, so the Raiders will have a chance to defend this at least. It's McConnell, who's quite solid. Not too many are going to get around Maggie, and that ball's going to sneak out for a corner kick for River Falls. This might be their first corner kick of the game, actually, for River Falls. That's what happens when better teams play. There's not a lot of those opportunities as much as you see when you're playing lesser skilled teams. All right, River Falls lining up this corner kick. Playing it short. Chip ball in. It's a nice score. It's a really nice goal. Number 2. Yep. Number 2, Dylan Paulson with the goal for the Wildcats. All right, a well-placed upper left corner shot by number 2, Dylan Paulson of the Wildcats puts another score on the board. And River Falls now has the lead of 2-0 on the Raiders. Raiders still looking for other than a kind of a lofty shot that hit the crossbar, still looking for a real shot by Dylan Paulson of the Wildcats. Here comes Rampton. She's going to get to this one. She gets hit from behind. Good hustle there by Rampton. That was close. Little push from behind, but not enough for a foul, especially since Rampton stayed on her feet. Good turn there by Ferrara, but too much defense. River Falls will really be stacking the D now. They got at least 5 kind of hanging back now. It looks like they're going to want to hold this shutout. It's a good potential moral victory for them as much as a good skilled victory with their goal scoring and possession so far this match. So they're going to want to hold on to this win as much as they can. So the Raiders have their work cut out for them. But they can do it too. Got to keep the ball spread out. They got to move it quickly, and they got to fill in the gaps. It's all about angles. Ooh, that looks like it'll be a corner kick for the Raiders. So this is just what they're looking for. This is the kind of thing that can get you back into this game in a hurry. Raiders need to have numbers up. They need to move in to meet this ball. All right, Raiders gearing up. That kick came a little more far out than I think people were planning on. Must have came off the foot a little wrong. Rampton's on it, though. There's a lot of defense back, though, so that's not in our advantage. Langan all out in the corner. She's got it, though. She's getting kind of pushed, but able to still get a cross on. Not the angle for a scoring opportunity, but Raiders not able to capitalize. And with a little less than 15 minutes left in the match, Wildcats will get a throw in. In for the Wildcats, number 4, Kaylin Jalowitz, and number 8, Naomi Green. Naomi Green, number 8 for the Wildcats, in and out here and there, but she's basically played every position on the field today, so now she's back on defense. Trustworthy player by the coach. Ferrara sends it out wide to Langenall. That's a nice cross. Raiders just need players down there. Nice pullback. Oh! Good play there. That's number 18, Avery Agramson, pulled up from the JV squad for this match, and heck of a play there. Good opportunity. Raiders with 7 shots on goal, technically, to just 3 for the Wildcats, but the score is 2-0. So, and their goal was one of the Wildcat goals was a PK. So Raiders have generally played pretty well. They're just not getting the quality scoring attempts that you would like.
In for the Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 3, Ava Brown. Right. Rampton again on it. Nice little tap pass out to Gregerson. Does a little cutback, but too much defense. Wildcats defense playing strong. Another set. Just the Raiders, just the ball's a little too far off their foot for the quick shot. And by the time they get into the ball, the defense is there. So just a hair off on those balls for them to do much with. All right, down to about 11 and a half minutes in the match. Good defensive play by Tillman. Brown's getting, Green is on that ball fast for the Wildcats. Olivia Derry over there, number 7 for the Wildcats. Gets it out wide and comes back into her. She's played a solid game, number 7 for the Wildcats. Wildcats playing it out wide. Not a bad play, but just too much speed on that ball. It'll be a Raiders throw-in with about 11 minutes left in the match. Number 22, Elliott Bell in for the Wildcats. Ferrara chasing it down, ready for the throw. That'll be Ava Brown with the throw for the Raiders. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the River Channel broadcast. We'll be back here on Thursday for the Raiders' finale of the Biggers Rivers Conference Tournament with a match against New Richmond. And then we'll be back again next week on Tuesday for the beginning of the sectional tournament for the Raider girls here. It'll be a Raiders throw here with about a little less than 10 minutes left in the match. Big throw in. Header by Green of the Wildcats. Another throw here. Comes Tillman with the throw. Again taken by Green, but knocked out of bounds. Ava Brown with the throw here. Gets it into Rampton. Another throw for the Raiders coming up here. Slowly moving it down with throw-ins. Comes into Rampton. Lots of defense all over Natalie, and the Wildcats get it out eventually. Elliott Bell with it in, trying to slip it through the middle. That's going to be a tough one to have happen, but Britta Holter with the take there, and it gets out wide again. Elliott Bell on it, sends it back. Looking for a blast there. That's trouble. Good shot there by Claire Longsdorf, but Hannah Kendhammer with a great save there on a spinning shot that can sometimes be a little tricky to handle. McConnell with a header up. Again, pressure. McConnell's going to send it out wide, and we're going to be now down to under 8 minutes or so in the half, in the match. Number 7, Olivia Derry back in the match for the Wildcats, and for the Raiders, number 14, Arena Fort back in the match.
All right, 7.5 minutes. So the time Raiders need to make something happen. Wildcats doing everything they can to keep this shutout. Big ball up by McConnell. Ramthan's got some speed, and she's going to get to it. She turns a corner, gets a quick shot off. Not bad. Kind of hoping for a ricochet. Ferraro was following. That was a good sign there. That's what we need, is everybody following up just a hair behind to take those little rebounds and sneaky crosses. But didn't quite work out as hoped. Comes the Wildcats again, but that one's going to get all the way down to Kendhammer. Now down to about a little less than 7 minutes in the match. It's been a good all-around match, though. A lot of defensive action, a lot of good play by both teams. Penalty kick for the first goal for River Falls really kind of set the tone for them in the beginning, and then a nice, nicely placed goal by Dylan Paulson gave the 2-0 lead. Raiders, though, with 8 shots on goal to 4 for River Falls. Just not a lot of high percentage opportunities for the Raiders of those 8. Fort on it. Raina's played a nice match today. Into number 5, Chloe Gregerson. Great play by Maggie McConnell. Nice take, pull back. Brings it back, resets. Raiders got space and they got time. Sends it out wide. That worked out this time. Out to Ava Brown. Tries to kind of dump it up the middle for Ramthan, but too much on that ball. And it'll be another punt for Addie Johnson of the Wildcats, who's played a nice goal. Nice game in goal for the Wildcats today. McConnell lets that one go. Tillman's on it. Oop, misplay. Play there. Tillman does a quick turn, goes off the face or head of River Falls, but must not have hurt too much, and River Falls back on the attack here. Now down to about 4 minutes in the match. Ramthan on it. Pressure from behind by Green, and Ramthan goes out of bounds. Will be Ava Brown with the throw. About less than 4 minutes now. It's crunch time for the Raiders. Try to get at least something on the board here. Ball goes into Fort. Lots of defense. Ava Brown sends a big ball up that is collected by Addie Johnson. We'll kind of take her time a little bit here and work that clock, which every goalkeeper has the right to do. And we're now down to about 3.5 minutes. Salama's on it, trying to get it up to Ramthan. Everything's trying to get up to Natalie inside. Here comes just a low ball, not really the cross I'm sure that Lindsay was hoping for there. Brings it back and lost by the Raiders. Will be a throw-in for the Wildcats with 3 minutes left in the match. Down to about 2.5 minutes left. Be a Wildcats throw. Little collision there. Calling Fort for a foul. It's going to bring us down at least to the 2-minute mark. Again, one final thank you to all of you for tuning into the River Channel, whether it's you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. We appreciate you and hope you tune in Thursday night for the game against New Richmond. And we'll all be back here again. Offsides on River Falls will give the Raiders a free kick. We're now down to about 1.5 minutes left in the match. Raiders will try a final push here at the end. Ball goes out though, be a throw in for the Wildcats. Throw in into Ferrara, who's going to again try to dump it up to Ramthan. Elliot Bell sending it up, but Hannah Kindhammer is going to pick that up for the Raiders. Looks like the Wildcats will pull the victory out here tonight and even the season series at 1-1. Raiders won the first match 2-0. River Falls looks like they'll probably do the same damage here to the Raiders. 1 minute. Good match against two good teams here, and the Raiders will have another quality opponent on Tuesday with New Richmond coming into town for the matchup. And then sections will begin. So lots of great soccer action coming up for the Raiders and for River Falls, who River Falls will play in a smaller school section, and we're going to wish them luck in that their pursuit for the state tournament and title coming up for them as well. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's our game. Congratulations to the Wildcats for the victory tonight. I'd like to thank both teams for a hard-fought match, our officials for calling this match, our coaches, our trainer, our friends around the field who helped collect balls, and all of our parents and fans who are here tonight. We wish you all luck, and we will be back here at Hudson Raider Stadium Thursday night at 7 o'clock for a game against New Richmond. Hope to see everybody here, and that you have a great night and drive carefully.